everybody, we're back. This is Kevin Davidson, your host for Kevin's Corner, a real estate from a marketing perspective, segment number 2 of episode number 34. Just got done talking to Stephen Curtis from NRL Mortgage. Carrie Jo Woodling is still in the house. Say hi.
Hi, everybody.
And everybody that I know knows who this is.
Well, I don't know about that.
Oh, yes.
But it sounds fun.
Okay, there you go. So this is Angie Middlebrooks from Remax Fine Properties. Say hi.
Hi, everyone.
Remax. Angie is a real estate agent, and she's also the
Managing partner
of Remax Fine Properties, who's
Correct.
also in charge of
retention, recruiting, new office space, expansion, basically working right alongside our broker and owner, Nimesh Patel.
Okay. And you also handle training for new agents.
Yes.
Awesome. So
and a little bit of continuing education, even for our seasoned agents. You've been a part of that?
Yeah. Okay, yeah. So that was a lot more than I anticipated you were going to say, or I was going to say. So congratulations.
Okay.
She's been on the podcast before. Brought her back again this year, and I'm sure she'll be on the podcast again. So tell everybody that's watching that doesn't know who you are, and what you like to do.
All right, Angie Middlebrooks, Remax Fine Properties. Also have my own group. So I do a small book of business in addition to my role at Remax Fine. I'm going to throw some kudos back to this guy. We met when I had my own Remax Brokerage, but before I merged in with this one, did a wonderful job helping some new agents at that brokerage, and we've continued our relationship.
Yeah,
so.
I appreciate it, because if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be in that office.
Well, fantastic. See, it's a win-win.
Nimesh, you're such a hard nut to crack. But
once you're in, you're good, though.
Yeah, once you're in, if he likes you, he loves you. So
yeah.
Awesome. Tell everybody just a little bit about talk about Remax Fine Properties.
Remax Fine Properties, largest Remax in the state of Texas. We all know that this is a different kind. Well, I want to talk a little bit more about the year and how that ties into Remax.
Fine.
So we all know that last year was a little wonky. This year is going to be a little more interesting. Our prior guest probably spoke about rates a little bit. We think it'll be improved, but brand is really important this year. And making sure that you're known, so that when you walk into those appointments, you already have a foot in the door before you start talking. And with Remax, you have that.
Yeah, it's not about the difference between this year and the previous years is there's not as much business. So you have to brand yourself and get out there, and so people know you, so they can know, like, and trust you, and you're the one they choose to do business with.
And if you align yourself with a brand like Remax, we already know they're the most known brand in the industry. So if there's not as much business and you're having to work for what you have, why not be with the brand that gets you one step further down the road?
You're halfway there.
Exactly.
Everybody recognizes the Remax balloon.
That's right. Power of the balloon.
Exactly. And the one thing that you guys meaning Remax Fine Properties, allows the agents that are under your umbrella is they're allowed to promote themselves.
Well, absolutely, because you have your own business within the business. I mean, you're an independent contractor as a realtor. It's our job for you to do the best that you can by supporting you immensely. So we are staff heavy at Remax Fine. We always tell people that when you come here, if you've got the drive, we're going to support that and get you further down the road.
Every time I go over there, and I was supposed to go there last week and I forgot, but it worked out.
I'll forgive you.
Yeah, well, a lot of.
Yeah.
But, so every time I go over there, there's always 2 people at the front counter.
Well,
not one. There's 2 people at the front counter. There is your little head poking up right behind the glass wall.
Chelsea.
Chelsea's across the aisle from you, right over there. And there's usually people sitting over here on the couches and around the corner.
We are working really hard. I guess that's something we can talk about. But the last time I came, we hadn't moved yet. So we're in a brand new location.
Yes.
Brand new location in between Settlers Way and Williams Trace. We're 14,000 square feet. We have private office space available. We have a game room. We have common space. We are working diligently to get people back in the office. Before COVID, there was a vibe within most companies that has gone away, and we are bringing it back. We're giving you reasons to come into the office. And if we're going to spend a lot of time with the people that we work with, let's make it fun. We work hard, let's play hard.
Yeah, one of the things I'm going to do this year is I'm going to put it on my calendar to come by and see Remax Fine Properties, not to talk business, but just to challenge somebody there at a game of pool.
You should. Absolutely. I will say you'll be requested to play ping pong. That'll end up coming in, but yes.
Is that Nimesh's favorite?
It is.
Is it really?
Absolutely.
I tell you what, I'll never forget the fact that he, before the Christmas party, I was in the office, and I was there to see you and somebody else, and he walked up to me and he goes, I think I need some help. And I said, well, what do you need help with? He goes, these agents don't understand that now's the time to do what you, and he pointed at me, are teaching people. Grow your brand, get your social media together, put your website, get out there, video, all this stuff. And everybody's just complaining there's no business, but now's the time to do that stuff.
Yes. So, I mean, while it would have been great if you would have started that last year and started filling your pipeline, if you haven't, you still can, and we have the tools to help you.
Oh, of course.
So like I always tell, no matter when you start, when people are like, oh, I shouldn't, and then they don't want to because they think it's too late, it's never too late. Mm-mm. It's never too late. So we definitely support our agents. Wherever you are, I would say wherever you are in a walk of your career, we have some tool and somebody that can help you get to the next level.
It's never too late to brand yourself.
Absolutely.
Now, and correct me if I'm wrong, but up until about a year ago before you came on, if you were a new...
if you were a brand new agent, you were not going to Remax Fine. That's what you wanted to say. That's correct.
I wanted to make sure I said it politically correct, but you said it.
So how have we...
You can now, right?
You can now, and how have we transformed? Mm-hmm. So bottom line is...
What's different between last year and now?
I'm there that offers a training program for new agents. We call it Launch. But what we want people to know about Remax Fine, so if you're out there and you're listening, agents, then Remax Fine has always been the home to top producers. Mm-hmm. Historically, we've always outproduced some of the offices that have greater number of agents. Our volume supersedes. But we also build top producers, and that's what people need to hear. And what happens when you're around people? I always say you're the most like the 5 people that you surround yourself. Surround yourself with top producers. Mm-hmm. Surround yourself with top producers that don't keep everything close to the vest, that are willing to share what they're doing, because they know that you're not the same as me. Even if we did the same thing, we wouldn't be competing against each other. And
plus, if they're a top producer, they've been doing it for a while. They're not going to be around very much forever.
Sooner
or later, they're going to retire. We need other people to come in and be top producers.
I believe that.
But I agree with you that there are some top producers that don't want to share anything.
And I would say our culture is a little bit different. In general, we have a family vibe. Even when you sign up, when you say, I'm joining Remax, you have a document that you're looking at that describes what the family is like. You're not joining a brokerage, you're joining a family.
Wow. Well, I tell you this, I mean, I can't be biased, but when everybody asks me about Remax Fine Properties, I always tell them, every time I go in there, I feel like they want me to be there.
That's right.
It's not, oh my God, Kevin's here again, or it's not difficult to walk into your office. You don't have to worry about that.
Well, that's because we value our partners.
Oh yeah.
We know that you are providing a service to our agents. That makes our agents better. That makes our brokerage better. We all rise.
And I have seen a huge difference in between before and after you got there.
I think it's just a different personality type added to the mix. There's a yin and a yang that I think.
I understand that, and we don't need to get into that. But I mean, from a perception that agents have from the outside looking in at Remax that aren't part of Remax Fine Properties, the perception's different now. Because
we're also changing with the times too, though.
Right.
So I think that comes with when the market changes. And you've got different people coming into the market, different people getting their license, especially professionals who already had a successful career changing. We've got to figure out how to welcome those people in and make everybody feel that they're at home. Yeah. I think we've done a good job of that. And I hope we keep getting better.
Well, you definitely have, because I mean that's what I'm hearing in Fort Wayne County.
Well, I like that.
So there's a lot of agents that have told me, I think I want to try and get into Remax now because I heard they changed, and I mean, let's face it, okay? Even with his wild hair and his beard and all that good stuff, everybody wants to be part of his family if they can.
If they can. And I don't think everybody, I almost want to say it one more time, that you don't have to be a top producer that's batting it out of the park to be at a Remax office anymore.
No.
You can be a good agent with drive and have the support that you need, and we will help you be successful.
It's got to be a right fit.
Now, that doesn't mean we wouldn't love to have some more top producers, because Lord knows we've got everything that you need and then some.
Of course. But if you're a real estate agent out there watching this and you've always wanted to be part of, the Fine Properties family, give Angie a call, because it might be possible now.
Absolutely.
So what are some things coming up in the future for 2024 for Angie Middlebrooks and Fine Properties?
So we'll start with Fine Properties. We have expanded into Austin. So we now,
right.
we now have an office in Austin. We have a temporary location. We're working on solidifying our permanent home. We have 36 agents there. We are growing.
36 agents in what, like 7 months?
In 3 months?
3 months?
4 months?
Something like that?
Yes,
Yeah.
right.
It's been a very short time. So congratulations on that. And you've been up to Austin several times, right?
Yep, I go up to Austin twice a month now.
Oh, you do? Really?
We host a office meeting that Nimesh leads, and then we do a roundtable at the end of the month that I lead. And again, it's going back to cultivating the culture that we have here with the agents that are there. So
Awesome.
we plan on growing organically there through that family vibe. It works.
Is the Austin and Houston are different cities?
Completely different markets.
That's
Different,
Well, that and the agents, is dealing with them different? Are they different types of?
Well, I wouldn't necessarily say different types of agents, but because their business practices are a little different, we've all learned a little bit.
Some adjustments.
But bottom line is, the agents that have come to us, they are astounded at the level of service that they get. So me as an agent, I still do a book of business. Service is part of it, really, but it's the experience. Because you'll think service is great, but you'll remember an experience. So we take that into our brokerage, and we go about it the same way of how we treat our agents.
Nice.
Yeah.
So what's coming up that's going to be different in 2024 for Angie Middlebrooks?
2023 was a jump start of me managing a book of business and taking on this role. I think I've found the level ground.
Stride.
I found my stride, yes.
I remember in the beginning, your stride was all over the place.
It was. I have a great assistant, Desiree,
Yeah.
that works with me, that has a lot to do with my success. I'm sure she feels like she's herding cats with me a lot of times, but we definitely have found our space. I'll give a shout out. I'm definitely a Buffini girl. I'm relationship driven. Most of my business, I think I tracked it for end of the year, 82% of it is referral based. So if we do business together, I'm likely going to be friends. We'll probably have dinner together, and I like that type of business.
Which we've all done before.
That is exactly right.
That's why out of the blue, how's when?
I'm the real estate agent that becomes your friend. I know your kids' names. I know your dogs' names. That is who I am, and why pretend to be anything else.
Awesome. Tell everybody if they need a real estate agent to buy, sell, or lease, or invest, how to get a hold of you.
Buy, sell, lease, or invest, all of which I can help you with. You can call me directly. I'll give you my cell number, 832-228-7737. And I am Angie at the AngieMiddlebrooksGroup.com. So Angie at AngieMiddlebrooksGroup.com.
And do you have a website, social media?
I am Ask Agent Angie on social media for Instagram, and then just Angie Middlebrooks on Facebook. And Remax Fine, I'm Angie at Remax Fine. Same cell number applies. If you want to learn more about the brokerage, more about becoming the best of the best, and to be unstoppable in 2024, you can call me at 832-228-7737.
And again, I cannot be biased, but
I love that.
if you were an agent that asked me what I thought, I would not tell you not to call Remax Fine Properties.
Well done,
and
friend.
find out
Well
if it would
done.
fit for you. I'm recording this, so it had to be that way.
Right.
So thank you very much for being on the podcast for the second
I'd
time.
love to be here.
Appreciate it. This was episode number 34. Kevin's Corner, real estate from a marketing perspective, and this microphone gets hit me in the face. I want to thank, again, Jennifer Smidas, Caitlin Cornick, Devaney Devon, Wendy Santana, and Adriana Ozalte. And again, if you're watching this and you're an agent or a vendor that works in the Fort Wayne County area and you want to be on the podcast, give me a call, 832-654-0527, or email me at kevin.davison@stewart.com.
And one last plug, if you're an agent thinking about making 2024 an awesome year, you should call Angie Middlebrooks at Remax Fine, 832-228-7737.
Or call Kevin Davison at 8. We're going to go back and forth on that. So thanks again for being on the podcast. You guys have a great weekend. This podcast will be available, this episode, next week. Until next week on Friday, we'll see you soon. Bye-bye now.
Bye now.